second thing that really trips up a lot of people in being able to be successful with behavior change is something called the anti-accountability list. Now this is something that Elder Robbins shared with us on my mission when I was a missionary, and it has drastically changed the way I view things in life, and has really allowed me to tap into more power and ability to make change, positive change in my life, instead of giving away my power to do and to make a difference in my life. It's really empowered me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this with you. Hopefully it'll make sense. It's kind of harsh a little bit, especially if you use the anti-accountability list a lot in your life. This might be a little harsh, this video today, so I apologize if it is, but it's good. Let's accept it and let's move forward. It's going to give you more ability and power to change your life. So what it basically is there's a quote from Jim Rohn, a classic, big time motivational speaker, one that almost everybody looked to. He mentored Tony Robbins, all these guys, really big guy. He had a quote that said basically, the successful man finds a way, the other finds an excuse. Once again, the successful man finds a way, the other finds an excuse. So if you want to be successful in achieving and molding your life to get what it is you have decided in the last few days of what you're wanting for you and your family, then it is essential that we get rid of excuses. If we use excuses, we will not be successful in achieving what it is we want, because we threw up an excuse. So if we're saying, I didn't hit my workout because I was just so tired, things were crazy at work, and therefore I didn't get my workout, it does not empower us to make any change. Instead, it lulls us away to accept failure, because we have an excuse. I feel okay now because I have an excuse. I have a reason why I didn't hit my workout today. If you continue to use excuses, you will never achieve what it is you are wanting. We must get rid of excuses. Once again, the successful man finds a way, the other finds an excuse. Another one that comes, so the anti-accountability list is basically all the different ways we avoid taking accountability or responsibility for our own lives. We know in this earth that we are agents to act for ourselves and not to be acted upon. That was what we fought for before coming down to the earth and being here, was for our own agency, for us to be able to have the power to choose what we want in our own lives. Now, we might be in a certain situation that we couldn't help, but we have the power to decide what we will do with that situation. We can continue to make an excuse that our situation isn't as good as so-and-so's or this person's, therefore this is why my life is this way. Or we can decide to say, yeah, I'm in a pretty crappy situation right now. I might be in a boat that's tossed with waves. But if I focus on the Savior and take responsibility, I can step out and have the power to overcome my situation. You see the difference in the power in using an excuse or taking responsibility? That's what getting rid of this anti-accountability list, or another way of looking at it is the losers list, because if you use anything on this list, you will lose. You will not be successful. So the next big one that we do here to avoid accountability and to lose our power to change is to blame others. If it's always our spouse's fault for our bad nutritional behaviors, or our children's fault for us not getting our workout, then we're going to have issues. We're never going to achieve our goals. So, blaming others, a situation he used for us on the mission to help us understand that was with missionaries. He's like, hey, how's the missionary work going? Are you teaching a lot of lessons? And the missionaries might be like, you know what, the members, they just don't do missionary work very well. You know, they aren't very good at it. That's why we're not doing so well with our teaching. That's blaming others. That gets no results. You will not teach if you continue to blame the members for not helping with missionary work. Yes, it's more effective if there's members helping. So instead of missionaries just saying, oh, it's not my fault, it's all the members' fault, they can take responsibility or accountability for what's going on and decide, how can we help them to be better missionaries? And they could go out and begin to teach the members on how to share the gospel, help invite them, give them tools, teach them skills of how to share what they love and what they know to be true with their friends and neighbors and those they care about. That's going to get results. But if they continue to blame others, they're never going to get there. I hope that makes sense. So another one that people will do is they just flat out lie. Yeah, I hit my workout yesterday and it was awesome. Did you really? Another one is self-justification. Whoop! Justification. There we go. So, self-justification. This manifests itself in many different ways. It could very well be something like with exercise and nutrition. It could be, hey, I just crushed that workout, so I deserve this ice cream. Or, I deserve this whatever. That's okay, you can have ice cream. But don't justify it. Make it work with your plan. If you're justifying it, all you're doing is you're just fighting your goals of what you want and making it to where you're not going to get there. If you continue to do that, you're just wiping out your workout. With relationships or with work, it might be, I put in a hard day of work, doing this and this and this, and I got all this done. I shouldn't have to come home and do more, chores, or I shouldn't have to help my kids with their homework, or I shouldn't have to be patient and show love to them when they're struggling with something. Or, if we allow justification to happen, I'm not nice to my spouse because they're not nice to me, or it's just, you never find success when you justify bad behavior or not meeting your goals. So self-justification, big one. We need to get rid of it. Get rid of it. Another one is to just flat out avoid. Avoid or hide is the last thing that happens with the anti-accountability list. And so if there's something that's going on in our life right now that we should be stopping or that we should change, avoiding it is going to do nothing for us. It just allows us to accept whatever it is that's wrong. So we need to get rid of all of these things. This is the loser's list. We will lose if we use any of these things. So we need to get rid of them in our lives and begin to take back that power to be able to change our lives for good. We fought so desperately and so hard before we came down to earth for this. Satan wanted to take away our agency from us. And we fought so hard to keep it. Then we come down and he's waging the exact same war that he did before we came here. And we give away our agency by using one of these things without a second's thought. So if it's other people that have all the authority over our life, we just give it to them because they're the ones that are causing all this. We're giving away our agency and our ability to change our life and do. If we make an excuse, we're giving our power to somebody else. If we justify, avoid, hide, we're giving away our power to change and become. So, kind of a harsh lesson today. And thinking about it, I know when I first learned this, I was like, whoa, I got some stuff I need to change. But we can do this. This is empowering to get rid of these things. And you'll have to kind of catch yourself here and there. Oh crap, I'm using an excuse. Oh, I'm blaming somebody else for why I didn't read my scriptures. And to be able to recognize that, not beat yourself up for it, but to realize, I can change this. I'm going to take responsibility. I can exert influence over this. How can I still influence it for what I'm wanting to achieve in my life? That's the way we need to start thinking. So, we're challenging you to get rid of the losers list or the anti-accountability list in your life and take back that power to change and continue to fight for what you fought so hard for before coming here.
We're family. Duh.